did that Campbell on purpose.
As a man growing up, I was scared of rejection for a long time. So I finally found a female of my dreams. Been dating her for probably about 6-7 months. And I feel like, me personally, I feel like it's the time to pop that question. But I want to know, like, how do I do that without feeling like I'm overstepping just yet? Because me personally, I'm ready, and I do it today. I don't care. Like that's.
Is she here?
Yeah.
Hold on, before
where's she at? Where's she at? Hold on.
Come on, camera.
See, y'all, that's mad sweet. That's mad sweet. You know, it's a lot of females who might not be ready for 6-7 months, but you know, if you can step your heart up to it, it's a beautiful thing. I'm one of the men who I fumbled a good woman, so I waited a little long. She wasn't ready to be proposed to probably till after, I think, no, I'm gonna be real with you, about 3 years. She was ready. Personally, it was me. I should have been more intentful. I should have been more serious. I should have been everything. And you know, I kept worrying about money and all this other stupid stuff. Like, we can't just work together, and you know. So yeah, never wait too long to marry the perfect woman and somebody you meet, or just to even ask, because it'll hit your heart pretty bad, bro. If you don't do that, if you don't make that happen, it'll hurt. It'll hurt. Yeah, back to the video though. Let's see.
Can we talk?
Right.
I mean, sometimes you gotta ask it.
We're gonna ask her on the show. That's what's up.
He said his name's Tevin.
You were asking us the question, but I was wondering maybe you should ask her.
I still got to ask her pops and do it in a respectful way. You know,
Thanks, of course.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Stand up guy.
First of all, congratulations, man. I feel like, you know, the only thing that would deter you away from a moment that beautiful is like when you're listening to the outside world, which I never feel like we should do. I want you guys to remember, a ship or a sailboat is safest at the shore, but that's not what the ship is built for. You see what I'm saying? So if you sit here and play it safe, you're never going to venture into where the treasure is really at. You know, the beauty is inside that feeling that you, you know, so beautifully articulated, we all just saw. I feel like the magic is in staying in that moment and not getting into what social media got to say, and even just what the other side of yourself might be whispering to yourself. Sometimes we can talk ourselves out of a beautiful moment.
I say this too, just real quick before we go forward. It's certain women, bro, that make you feel superhuman.
Yeah.
You may be lit on your own, you may be accomplished on your own, but having her next to you take you to a whole nother level. That shit ain't common.
It's not.
You don't run across that every day. So when you got the opportunity, talking to bro, wherever you at, you got the opportunity, you got you something solid. It's out here that would give anything to be in that position to have a woman willing to ride for me like that. Don't let that opportunity pass, gang. Do that as soon as possible. You know your old lady, you know how much she love you. Lock that in and make it right, bro.
You right. You definitely right. I'm saying, like, that shit is super important.
The most disrespectful part of
that shit is.
Give me your thoughts on this.
A disciplined man doesn't always move with a crowd. Sometimes the strongest men move quietly, small circle, private life, very few real friends, not because they lack social skills, but because life taught them everybody does not deserve access to them. A man who has mastered himself understands something most people learn too late. Quality will always matter more than quantity. He values loyalty over popularity, peace over attention, real connection over fake support. Because once a man experiences betrayal, fake friendships, envy, and disloyalty, he stops needing to be surrounded by everybody. Now he becomes intentional about who speaks into his life, who influences his mindset, who has access to his energy. And honestly, that's maturity, because weak men often seek validation from crowds, but secure.
Can you sell a car with a blown?
She right though. I mean, look, Niggas do
The
seek
most
validation from crowd.
disrespectful part of all of it
Need to knock
is that they
that
would
out.
have
What you
never
talking about?
told you the truth unless you didn't find out. They would have never in the first place come to you and told you all of the facts, everything that happened. Never. It is only now that you have presented them all of the facts, all of the evidence like a lawyer, they're deciding to be so kind and honest and tell you the truth. Why?
Wow.
Because they're doing damage control. The most disrespectful part of all of it is that they would have never told you the truth unless you didn't find out.
It's a truth to it, but I get what she's saying. My thing is, like, at the end of the day, if you
Give me your thoughts on this.
if somebody doesn't make it an option to where you're obligated to be told these things, then I would say don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? If you truly care about that person, if you truly care about them, I say don't even worry about it. Make it a thing of the past. Everybody out here got bodies, and I feel like for a woman, if you're gonna be with her, if you're gonna accept her for her, if you're really looking past a lot of stuff, it'd be worth it. You know what I'm saying? But some people can't get over stuff like that, but it takes a certain type of man to get over stuff like that. So if you're in a relationship and you're dealing with some drama, some trauma, or just maybe somebody stepped out on you for a minute, think about if they really made a mistake or whether you really care about them so in a way where you can look past it. I'm not saying to, but I could honestly say I've seen marriages and relationships with people who has done some things in the past, and they both have came to agreements and rebuilding and resetting, and they worked out their relationship perfectly. So shit, it's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. I would
If
think,
you're not using a
I'm
business
be
travel
honest with
platform
y'all,
like Navan,
it's a
you're
lot
really
of
missing out. Hi.
it's a lot of basically optional things going on right now with, I would say, modern dating and just black men and women in general. People want to see what they have out there. People want to see the choices they got and the opportunities they can make. So sometimes you can't get too mad about people's opportunities and choices they may make. And sometimes we just fuck up in our own. So we mess up. My bad, because YouTube, I'm trying to get monetized, but we mess up as men. So I think that's something else that people don't like to admit. We may drive another person to do something or may have done something. So yeah, it's there. Let's see what else we get into. This is called Okay, well, I can't go back to being with the average man after being with the rich man. This is what this woman has to say about it. Let's see what she got to say.
And go back to eat McDonald's. It's easy to fly first class here and there, and then sometimes in the economy. Real easy to, maybe have like a real expensive car at one point, and then get you a little Tesla, get you a little Max. That's not that bad. But one thing that you can never go back to after experiencing luxury is fucking with a man with some money. After you fuck with a man who really got some money and spreads the wealth, there is no going back. There's no going back.
Her cat just...
I feel like that's why I've been single for so long. Because there's a lot of men out here with the money. It's a lot of men out here with some money. But whether or not they're going to spread the wealth, give you some, is a whole entire different story. Especially if it's just off the grip, off the muscle. Just here.
That's interesting.
Once you get that, there's just no it's real.
Slimmy, I would like to get your thoughts on that.
Why would I be mad at that? She a hoe.
You think she's a hoe? Think she's a hoe?
Yeah, she got turned on just by thinking about money. She a hoe. Well, I don't know. Did you hear the noise she made? Once you get it on the string, off the muscle, she's instantly.
Why would you consider
She's
her
a prostitute. She's a prostitute.
But in hell, I hate what the hell y'all call me, because I love a generous man with money.
See?
Yeah, so, but most women, for whatever reason, they always talk about that man with money that they ain't with no more.
I know that happens all the time. Women always want to tell the new man how the older man, the ex, used to spend money on them. But if he was so good and his money was everything, how come you couldn't keep him? That's always funny to me. Women are always telling the new guys, the men they're trying to meet on dating apps or in real life, I need a man who used to do what my ex used to do. If your ex was so good, why did you leave him? That never makes sense to me. But the truth is, and I agree with the woman with what she was saying in the beginning, not the complete delusion, but the fact that most of these women, they only need to meet a rich man one time, and then they will think that's what they deserve going forward. One time, even if they dated for 2 weeks, as long as she met a man who spent some money on her, she's always going to think men should be able to spend money on me because I'm a woman, because one guy once spent money on me.
So wait a
Why
minute.
why? Well, hold on. Let me finish. I just want to know. I want to know why this mystery
Hold on,
man
Slimmy,
that got
Slimmy,
all
Slimmy,
this
Slimmy.
money always
Slimmy,
escape these
Slimmy,
ratchet
Slimmy,
ass bitches. Why he
Slimmy,
always
right.
escape?
Slimmy, I'm trying to frame the question to put at the bottom of the screen. Is the question, right? Because I wanted to get your reactions so that I could figure out what the question was going to be. Is the question that does it make a woman a prostitute because she likes a man with money?
I mean, if money is the priority, then I mean it's a transaction, right? Because all she's saying is that there's not gonna be love, there's not gonna be intimacy, we're not gonna spend time together unless you're giving me money. I mean, call it what it is.
I mean,
it's kind of prostitution,
I can't.
which is what's going on right now. If we're gonna,
I feel him. I can't like. I can't expect that from a female. Like I can't be like, oh yeah, I'm about to mess with her because she got some bread. Like that's out of the question. I'm already out the gate, already off of that. Like that's stupid. Men don't go for women off of things they have. It's more so appearance, behavior, personality, attention we may get from them. We never been like, look how many chains she got on. You feel me? Look how much bread she got in her account. You know what I'm saying? We never done that. I've met women who lived with other people and still seen them as successful. So you know what I'm saying? That's to each his own though. You know, people have their ideals and shit. So, you
but
know,
the money, and I don't have an issue with it as long as women can try to stop trying to make men feel guilty by talking about, no, I just want to provide it. No, you are all about the transaction, which we know life is about transactions.
Is that the question?
No, don't ask that question. No, that's not the question. Let's ask. Let the question be. The question is, why y'all hoes always talking about the man with money that y'all can't keep?
Facts. That's a good question. That's a good question.
That's a
Why
crazy
are
question.
the women always so enthralled with the man with money that they can't keep?
That's a good thing. That's
Men can't never keep their best eater.
I was about to say niggas do
Actually,
the same
they just
thing.
go buy a new one.
Facts.
According to this, so you don't gotta keep the best one.
Men be crying over that best eater, boy. I tell you what.
No, most men don't. Most men don't. Most men don't. It's not a real thing. That's not a real thing. It's not a real thing.
That's true. The men who cry over pussy and the best eater are crying because they can't get another one. So maybe in that same aspect, women who are crying over rich men, they're crying because they can't find another rich man. Then that will be a fair assessment.
It's always an eater waiting, and you ain't gotta have no money for it for real. You don't gotta give no money for it. It's always an eater around.
Fact.
Why do men get mad at the women like that who
They don't be mad for real. It's a show.
Oh, because I'm like, why don't y'all get mad at the men who are spending the money instead of the women who are on the receiving end of the money?
Wait. When are
men don't get mad at women who want men with money. Men get mad at women who only pretend men with money, yet they couldn't keep the men before. And men also know that
Hold on, my shit's skipping, y'all. But I mean, he right though. I mean, if you really think
So-called
about
women
it,
who want men with money have dealt with men and slept with men who didn't give them no money. So I think that's where men get offended.
yeah.
How dare you want me to spend money on you to be with you, but we know your baby daddy doesn't even have a job? I think that's where men get offended.
Men mad at women because they
We
choose
just
to be
called her a
hoes.
hoe because she made some
I'm
noise.
calling her what she is. I'm sliding
don't
her
know
where
that.
she's at. No, I know that because of what she's saying. She didn't. Hold on. First off, Molly, this is where you be wrong. I never once heard her say anything about character. I never once heard her say anything about commitment. I never once heard her say anything about marriage. I never once heard her say anything about children. I never once heard her say anything about family. All we heard this bitch talk about was fucking money. That's a fucking prostitute.
Dang.
Well, maybe she don't want to
This
focus
nigga
on a
gotta
man.
chill. Hold on. This nigga gotta chill because I'm trying to get monetized. So he kind of fucking up my little numbers. So we might have to skip past this nigga a little bit. This nigga motherfucking
Whether you have Jeff Bezos,
off.
Bill Gates, billions of dollars, they're gonna leave you. Meaning, money isn't the all end all be all. But women make it as if money is the only thing a man should have, and they will fall in line. But I think that's what frustrates men is that fact that men find out even after you make some money. Let's say you got no money right now. You're gonna make some billions of dollars, maybe millions, maybe thousands of dollars. Become the six-figure guy that women talk about. Trust me, even after you make the six figures, it's not gonna keep the woman around. It will keep the woman around longer than before you had money. So if before women used to leave you in 3 months, maybe she may stick around for 8 months to a year. She may become feminine for 6 months to a year, and then she becomes bitchy after that. But the point is, it doesn't keep her long term regardless. If anything, it will keep her around long enough until you get into a marriage. She can take.
Damn. You know what's crazy, y'all? That shit must have happened to him. The way he just went off into explaining that shit like that. Look, they got me cussing. But yeah, the way he explained that like that, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think he definitely went through some heartbreak. Ain't no way he ain't go through no heartbreak talking like that. He said she ain't gonna do nothing but believe. That nigga went through some heartbreak, yo, for sure. I know how it sounds. I know how it feels. That's gonna end it today, though, man. We're gonna get some more content in probably tomorrow. But shit, just looking at random takes on what people want. It's